off and turning it on. It is working. It's working. I don't know. All right. Yeah, thanks, Gwen. Appreciate that. All right. We are here. Happy New Year, everybody. As you can see. What do you mean now I went away? Don't have sound? Wait, no, there. Yes. Okay. All right. As you can see, we have started a new year, and there's illness in my household, so I am not put together. But we are here, and we are super excited. And we have passed the halfway point. Yay! I'm here. You're here. Thanks, George, Gwen, Mr. Nick Stick, who probably has a name as well. I bet it's Nick. And whoever else is in chat. There's a bunch of you now. Ted's here, of course. Archero, Commander Root, Drape Snat, Matt Dunn, and Tabletop Jen. Gosh. Hello. And some more. And I think I called out like everyone who's actually like watching and not all my other. Yeah. Just some stomach bugs and stuff, kiddo. Yeah. All right. I'm an excellent guesser. But anyways, we are halfway through the Moonshae Isles Castle of Skulls series, and I don't know about you, but I, for one, am super excited to see how many pies they end up with at the end. Does it count if you're watching the dog? Of course it counts if you're. Are you here for the dog, or my dog, or you're watching your dog? DM Chromie. It's really kind of like, yeah. So I don't know. Love to hear a little bit as we get into the show about what some of your favorite moments have been, what you're hoping happens. I mean, do Riska and Arion when get into a relationship? Do they get into blows? You know, does Luke find out why he's seeing visions? I don't know. There's so many things that could happen. Do they find the chalice? Does it bring them life? Does it bring happiness to everyone? Happiness forever and ever? This is Neil. He's our guest star for the day, and there he comes. Neil, you're a little bit short to be on camera, buddy. You're gonna have to come around. I'm going the wrong way. There he is. He's just grumpy. But there's so much going on, and I am super excited to see how many skulls does this castle have, anyways? Like, it's made of skulls, right? Where did these skulls even come from? Are they like orc skulls and they're gonna start talking to Riska? I don't know. Are they elf skulls? And well, nothing good happens when you build something entirely out of elven skulls. Especially not in the Moonshae Isles. But there is still a lot to discover and a lot to find out as our intrepid heroes carry on with their journey. So I am glad that you have all tuned in tonight to carry on this story with us. As we mentioned briefly on the Scry Ahead Sunday, 2 days ago. How was that 2 days ago? We are, of course, doing a giveaway during this segment as well. We'll be doing another $10 gift card for the DM's Guild, Drive Through RPG, or any of the affiliated One Bookshelf websites. So, like, if you really, really want to get your fix and buy all the content that's over on, I don't even know who else has community sites. Cthulhu, I think. I don't know. Espergenesis has one. I know that. You can. Any of the One Bookshelf family of websites. You can even buy comics and playing cards on there. I don't know if you knew that. Or you could just stock up on stock art, which I have just done today. Supporting my lovely human artist out there who took the time to draw things with their hands. I don't know, a lot of digital drawings, but drawings, a skill which I lack greatly. I could, however, I do have at least the skill to draw Neil here's favorite pastime, which would just be a stick dog farting, for those of you who wondered. Or napping, or both at the same time, sometimes. But anyways, I digress there. Where I was going with that was, yes, Eberron. Oh, I'm super excited. I'm going to play in an Eberron game soon with Keith Baker for his upcoming Eberron thingy-majigger that is like kind of Wild Westy themed, and I'm so excited. But anyways, Mr. Nickstick, you're getting me off track. I'm trying to focus here. If we get enough viewers for our final episode on the 31st, so if we get some more people to tune in 2 weeks, and then even more people to tune in 2 weeks after that, we're hoping to be able to do a legendary giveaway for well, an unnamed prize, but well, you know, it's really big, it's really amazing, and its value only grows day by day. I'm sure many of you can guess what I'm talking about, especially since I keep telling you that it's legendary. But, you know, if you've got friends who like to win cool things or need access to lots of D&D materials, then you should have them start tuning into the show. Even if they just want to put it on in the background, we appreciate their support and your support, especially since you're all here. And then on that note, then, without further ado, since you are all here, why don't we? I'm sitting on my headphones and I keep pulling them out of my ears. Why don't we get into the show? Right? That's what you're all here for, or I don't know, ostensibly. Alrighty. So until later, everyone. And if you don't stick around longer, Happy New Year again. Sweet.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of Moonshae Isles Castle of Skulls. Yes, we are here right now in the Moonshae Isles. Join us as we play a game of Dungeons and Dragons. If you missed our previous episodes, make sure you check that out because they are so good. And right now, wait, we're all still alive, right? We are still alive. We're inside the Castle of Skulls, still alive. And before we go in, again, let me just introduce myself. I am Paul Gabbett, your dungeon master, also known as DM Paul G in social media. I'm an adventure writer, and I'm right now one of the storyline coordinators for Baldman Games that for the Moonshae Isles, together with Savannah, the great Savannah. Yes. And before we start, let's introduce our players and the characters that they're playing. And we can go, Chris. You ready? Ready to do this? We can start with you.
Ready.
All right,
My
let's
name
go.
is Chris. I use she, they pronouns. And once again, I am playing Aidwina, Rayleer, and Asimar Fighter. And let's go to Jess.
I am Jess Penley, she, her, and I am playing the half-orc Path of the Beast Barbarian Riska, as in Riska Ass-Beaten, if you mess with my man John. So on that note, I'm going to pass it over to Todd.
I am, thank you. I'm Todd Shreve. I'm playing Jean de Mol, producer of Fine Stories, Gem Dragonborn Extraordinaire, lore bard. And with that, I'll pass it off to my buddy Graham.
Hello, I'm Graham Ward, he, him. I will be playing Luke McKeon, a soul filled with sorrow and an open heart.
Wow.
And a voice of an angel.
TBD. I will pass it to Gwen.
Hi, I'm Gwen Marshall, pronoun she, her, and I'm playing Ariane Wynn, a fairy, Order of the Scribes, wizard, and also her little spiritual mentor on her shoulder, the jerk Flamsterd.
Oh, okay. Yes. So let's see. So I remember what happened last time. Or can anyone help me?
I got this one. I got this one. You can pay me
Wow.
later.
All right, let's go. Let's go, Todd. All right. Tell us what happened last time.
Our intrepid gang of pie defenders start off on the ship the Brown Waters, where we learn that Arianwin is struggling to escape academia and her mentor, and that it might be a trap of her own making, as she tells tale of her swiping a book that seems to be the source of her power as much as it is her bane. The Pie Squad then makes landfall and wastes no time searching for the Castle of Skulls on the Isle of Gwyneth with companions Lynn and Sertique close by. We're met by a warning of arrows coming from a small band of tabaxi who sadly do not want stories or pie, but the simplest of trinkets. And through some creative skull imagery and the exchange of a spoon, the band of fuzzy creatures lead the party further off into the jungle, only pausing to get a good whiff of their Kiki, who turns out to be our Aidwana. She doesn't claim to remember or even understand, but also has a history of being less than honest with her actions to the party. Arriving at the Castle of Skulls, which is not a catchy name, its monstrous size and form is made entirely out of skulls that seem to be mostly human, and there is a mighty skull puzzle blocking the door. But Jean de Mol takes defeat once, maybe twice, before a mighty outsmarting of whatever mystical powerful forces that he was up against. And none too soon either, as the undead seem to be coming up against a pool behind us, coming up from a pool behind us. The crumbling skulls at the newly formed door continue crumbling and cut us off from our companions, whose fate is left unknown. Getting a bit of light from Lug, Pie Party turns themselves into an unwilling snack as a pair of young green dragons size us up for lunch. They yell some very unpleasant words in Draconic, which causes Ariana to banish one of them, while the other dragon gets used as an impromptu date between Aidwana and Riska, as their dance of ultra-violence attacks each other's acute attention. But before the Curak Pie Company can tee off on the unbanished dragon for the third time, the snacker becomes the snack-e, as an undead T-Rex comes stomping out of the darkness for what I assume is dragon brains, which is where we all stand right now.
Bravo. All right. You know what? I love bards. I love bards. And Cantos, the Omnia merchant, may not love bards, but I love bards. And with this, everybody in the party gains inspiration for our session today.
Yes.
That is just great. That is
Coming
awesome.
through.
Are we the Pie Squad now? Pie Party? Pie
I don't know.
Company?
I don't know if you caught into that, but I was pitching names in there, seeing if anything stuck.
Oh yeah.
It is worth noting that we do have 5 pies remaining, so
That's
we're
important.
pretty good.
Important.
So
It's
many
good split. I feel
Make sure
okay.
there's 5 on the little pie meter that we are gonna.
I mean, yeah, and five characters.
There we go.
All right. And with that, let's go ahead and start our game. Are you all ready to play Dungeons and Dragons, everyone?
So ready.
Let's-
Off the Sword Coast, beyond the Sea of Swords, lie the Moonshae Isles, home to magic and legacy. The Isles were recently threatened with destruction by a mysterious figure from the past, wielding the power of a vengeful god. Now, as her people rebuild and alliances are reforged, the Moonshae Isles play host to a new group of aspiring heroes. Having encountered several ferocious guardians, the party must now delve deeper into the Castle of Skulls to seek out their prize.
Let's do this. Inside the Castle of Skulls, Lynn, together with Sertique, have been cut off and stuck outside with a horde of undead. You, as our lovely bard has mentioned, fought 2 young dragons, and when the second one tried to escape, was eaten by an undead Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now, in this large room that you are in, you can see the walls are covered in humanoid skulls. Even the ceiling, it's kind of curving up, and this huge undead monster is slowly approaching your direction, towards your direction. What do you want to do?
Is panicking still a bonus action?
For now, I'll give that to you. Yes.
I'd like to panic for a moment. Then, thank you.
Does it see? Is it really? How far away is it? Ballpark, and like, does it notice us yet? Or is it focusing on its meal? Okay.
Yes. Right now, it's probably like 100. 100 feet, 90 feet away from you, and it's currently focusing on chewing whatever, which is the young dragon that it just currently munching on. Yes.
Are there other areas of egress?
There's only one path that is currently being blocked by this undead Tyrannosaurus Rex, but I will let you roll a perception check if anyone wants to do that.
You're getting into my wheelhouse now. 17. 13. Which isn't even my passive. My passive is a 24.
16.
Passive is 24.
I roll.
I got a nat
Okay.
19 with my very low perception. That does make it a 22.
Nice.
Better than mine.
And okay, so John and Riska, yeah, you see this dragon currently eating Kukromasi, the blade of grass. Here, the Castle of Skulls, and you look around again. This is a big room that you're in. The walls are covered in skulls, but there's one section on the western wall that is kind of blank, and you see familiar alcoves in 3x3 and 5 skulls on top of it.
Panic.
Aside from
Deep
that,
sweaty
there's a pathway that's being blocked by the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So, what do you want to do?
The castle's angered that we beat it. It wants to challenge us again.
Round two.
John and I both see this at the same time.
It was no. I mean, I outsmarted it once, but my brain is very. Maybe once a day is enough for me. Thank you.
Nope,
I'm gonna.
do not.
You
You
said
gotta
it's
do
up
it
a
sometime.
set of stairs. Is that correct? Like you would escalate these, you would go up these stairs to get to this alcove. Is that what you said?
No. On one side of the wall, on the west wall, more specifically, there's
at
like
ground level.
yes, ground level. Yeah, there's
Okay,
like
okay.
blank section, no
Okay.
skulls except for like 5 on the top, and then there's like a 3x3 square alcoves there, which is a very very familiar puzzle for everyone.
Yeah, I'm grabbing John by his shoulders and I'm looking him in the face. I'm saying, you need to take the brains over there and go 2 for 2, or we're gonna get murdered.
I
Go.
don't. You had your back turned the last time, and I have a dirty secret to tell you. Whatever Mystic God, that was easy mode, and I was not doing very good. I cannot stress that enough. It was
Get over
very
there, mumble
lucky
and
that
the puzzle, and get this figured out. You need to do this now.
Now. Why do I make you so angry?
Do you mention this to anyone else?
While you're trying to figure out the puzzle. So yeah,
Very-
go take care of this.
Very deep struggle that is going on here.
Do you mention what you see to everyone else?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm shouting puzzle.
Yeah. No, there's a very clear argument going on
Yeah.
between the two of us.
Ariane says, that hurt when you did it last time. I'm just gonna say, I don't feel great about that. So let me know if
Yeah,
you
me
need
either.
help this time, maybe. Just saying.
Yeah, no,
As you-
I did last time. I
You hear a roar from a Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's just
I'm
I
gonna
am
fighting
just
that.
gonna-
That won't be that bad, right?
Like
We can fight that.
I'm gonna probably put about 10 or 15 feet between me and them as they gather near this wall and try to. I'm hoping they figure it out before I get chomped too many times because I really only have so many.
Yeah.
I'll back away and head toward the hallway where the T-Rex is, hopefully not getting too close. But I'd like to place a glyph of wardings as a sort of draw arcane symbols on the floor.
okay.
Is it possible to do that in a way that it wouldn't be able to avoid it? Like it would have to
Yep. There is a section that it can only go one way, and you can put it there. So yeah, you can't back away too much because the T-Rex is there on the other end, and then on the other is this puzzle. So Arianwen,
It's the same.
John,
It's the
Riska.
same. Stupid. It's the same 5 skulls.
Yep,
Same
it
9
is.
holes. Same.
Yep.
Why? Okay.
Is there the same like state, like phrase, or is it different?
There is, yes, there is that same phrase there.
Same. Okay, just checking.
I'm going to move up next to Edwina so she's not by herself and kind of stand like right there next to her to get ready to do some T-Rex punching as necessary.
Okay. So John or Arianwen, who's tackling this, or are we just?
Whoops! I just drew on Papa Rodeo instead of
right click with this. You can move the. Okay,
there's a tool bar over there. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll work together on this.
Okay, you do that and just zoom in Albert Rodeo so you can see this tic-tac-toe puzzle. And when you place that skull there, a skull appears here as well.
Can we cheese this? What if we do we try putting in 2 at a time?
No, I think we can win this one. Right? Let me think about it for a second.
If it's
So you hear again the T-Rex, and you see these undead coming out from its stomach.
Like here.
I forgot about that coming out of its stomach. That's a bummer.
That's a bummer.
Oh no, was that wrong?
I don't know if those are right.
Put it in the bottom left.
We were already in the
bottom right. I mean, sorry, this one. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. When you do that, oh no, whoever designed this puzzle might have forgotten how it's supposed to go.
I can't. Yeah, this one is.
As it's thinking, there is a pattern here. Yes. You place that there, and it has no choice but to block it. So, put it there.
Yep.
It's your turn.
No.
Yeah, no, that is
too.
that
would also work up there.
No, actually, because you would get a crossword, but this gives us the X versus the L. So yeah, either way.
As if someone did their homework.
I have tips. I've learned how to play tic-tac-toe and win if I want.
Yep, and they place it. Oops, it moved. Yeah,
moved.
There you go.
Yeah.
Place it there. And
then there. And then I collect my skulls and panic.
As again,
bonus action.
At least like 15 to 20 undead starts to slither out from the stomach of this undead T-Rex, together with some undead animals as well.
I'm sorry, I would just like to take a moment that implies that T-Rex does not chew its food. And then you see Kokromasi's corpse just gets swallowed whole by this T-Rex after chewing it 5 times. And then at the same time, the western part of the western wall opens up as it partially collapses, revealing like a 5x5 tunnel that you can go in if you want to, or you could stay here and face this undead T-Rex.
Yeah, sure.
Where do you want to go?
I mean, as soon as Luke is the only one out here with us, so as soon as he heads in, I imagine we're heading in right behind.
That is accurate.
All right, so you're all going in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, going in into the tunnel. Again, it's like 5 feet by 5 feet, and it's not really that big of a space to work with, but it tunnels, it curves south until you reach a room that is a square room that is 15 feet on each side. The ceiling is 7 feet up, and again, there is a wooden door on the eastern side of it, and the walls and the ceiling are all covered with skulls. That is what you have right now. But in this room, it's a bit tight, but no T-Rex, no nothing. It seems like a safe space for now.
No. There are skulls made out of everything. The stairs are skulls, the walls are skulls, everything is skulls. There's nothing safe about this. You take that back.
Yeah,
Can I passionately advocate that we maybe just take a quick, let's just stop for like an hour, catch our breath a little bit. As long as there is nothing coming up at us, a short rest would be wonderful for some of those. For some of the frontliners, I would just, whatever, throwing that out there. A short rest would be miraculous at this point.
Okay.
Unless anybody has any strong opposition.
I can also, do a little bit of healing if that's helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only one door into this room and out of this room?
Yep, on the eastern wall there is a wooden door that kind of leads somewhere else. Yeah,
Somewhere great, I'm sure.
Yep.
Are there
Peaceful.
anything in this room, like furniture type stuff?
No furniture or nothing. It's pitch black here, so if you don't have any light source or anything, or can't see in the dark, then yeah, it's just walls that are covered in skulls and ceiling, 7 feet up.
Cool.
We can reproduce our dancing lights.
Okay.
Did the skull wall close behind us after we went through?
No, it's still open. So there's I would say that's on the northern side of the room. So the tunnel that can go back to the zombie T-Rex if you want to.
But there's a bit of a tunnel though, so we're not like in sight. Okay.
Yep, it will at least like 70 feet, and it curves as well, so you're not gonna see that. Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. I'm okay with taking a break.
Yeah, I'll just I'll put a minor illusion, filling as much of that doorway space behind us with just a pile of skulls, just to give it that extra little, make it that much harder to detect.
Okay. Noted. Well, if that's the case, so you take a short rest, no problem.
If I may,
Edwina,
do a song of rest during that.
Yeah,
short rest.
go.
I don't
Go
want to
ahead.
interrupt now. We can do this whenever. So at the end of the long rest, Lou will pull out his McFernid cittern, which is the kind of mandolin that he plays, and he'll start plucking on it, cling, 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 and sing a breeze in the first and a breeze in the hasnaka baka hilandi breeze in the first and a breeze in the hasnaka baka hilandi, and little jaunty tune, and everybody regains extra hit points.
I mean, I still had my last set of hit points. Didn't get, again, easiest fight of my life.
So this is good. If you spend hit dice, you'll regain an extra 6 hit points.
Let's do it. I'm gonna spend.
Perfect.
That's a lot.
And if anyone needs a private serenade, I can give you a little more healing close up your wounds.
Oh, listen, that's a different game. That's for a different series.
Private serenades.
Private serenade.
So as you spend this hour, Lou kind of serenading everyone, Edwina, what are you actually doing during this hour?
I imagine I'm probably sitting off to one side. I want to definitely still maintain line of sight on the door we just came through, so that if I had to jump up and do something, I could. But I'm probably just sitting up against the wall, trying not to doze off during this hour while Luke is singing. Very protectively, like clutching my pies and my pack in front of me, like it's between my legs on the floor, and I'm just like holding on to it.
And as you're doing that, holding on to your pies.
Oh, actually, before I settle into sleep, I'm so sorry. I would want to talk to Luke before he sings.
Go.
So I need to retcon just a bit, but I want to, as soon as everybody starts to settle down, I would approach Luke with this rapier that I pulled out of the dragon.
Yeah.
And I would sort of clumsily thrust it forward, like I don't.
So this was in its back, is that right?
Right. I don't know. I'm not. This is a little delicate for my taste.
Sure.
But you seem capable, and it seems it goes, with your whole thing of the rapier.
Let me take a look at it.
Thing. Yes. Yeah. Just hand it over.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Would you like me to help you identify that? I can do that for you.
Oh, I wouldn't turn that down.
I can spend 10 minutes doing that, for sure. Okay. I'll lay a hand upon it and, reach into my pouch and touch a pearl and focus on what the heck this silly thing is. Probably just a standard bad guy killer, but whatever.
Yeah, and when you spend 10 minutes and then cast Identify on this sword, this rapier, you see like the handle is made out of steel. And the guard just seems like a normal rapier design, the normal guard design on a rapier. But the blade itself seems to be made out of like jade-like material, which, if it's not magical, it will probably break right away. But this thing, it is blade of the sword. And after casting Identify on it and touching this weapon, you identify that this is a rapier of warning, and you could feel yourself being fast right away, being able to identify if there's any danger nearby. And whoever's holding this weapon right now, there's danger everywhere.
We actually work safe.
This is I hereby name this the Anxiety Blade. Here you go. It'll tell you where all the dangers are, maybe.
Yeah,
I think, but you gotta kind of get to know it a little bit. It's a little,
Thank you for that insight.
Yeah.
If it's all right, I'll take it and see if I can attune to it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm gonna sit down and look at that map and try and figure out where we are, if we can, locate ourselves.
Yeah. Roll me investigation or survival.
I'd like to aid her on that.
Okay. You can get advantages.
Okay, well, that's good. You're aiding, so I rolled a 1. Second roll was a 17, so plus 8 is 25.
25. Okay. You look at the map and you start to figure that there is, on one section of the map, there is a curved pathway, which is kind of similar to the tunnel that you've just been to, which leads to a small room, which means you have now pinpointed where you are in the map. So that is a good thing.
And can we identify like our destination on this map?
Yes. You remember that there is kind of like a U symbol, like half a spear symbol. That's probably where the chalice is located, because again, this is the map to locate that quote-unquote chalice. And for you to do that, you need to go obviously through this door. So there's only one pathway. There's no secret doors in this room. And then beyond this wooden door, east of you, is a corridor that is 70 feet long. And then it goes south for another 50 feet. And then it goes west for another 70 feet. And then down to a bigger room. There's also, before it goes to the bigger room, there's also like a pathway before it that leads south or goes south to a bigger chamber that has like symbols that looks like this is a prison of sorts. And then beyond that is a pathway that gets you closer to where this item that you're supposed to get is located. So there. So basically, once you get out of this door, there's like a U-shaped corridor that leads to a room that is a dead end And then before that is another pathway that kind of leads to a prison area. And then after that prison area, it goes to where the chalice is supposed to be at. So that's what you can tell.
So are we reading this map right? It looks like we go down a hallway of terror, followed by a room of prison terror, followed by another room of terror.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. My experience here is that decor is kind of one note.
Yeah,
So
not a lot of creativity. Really on the nose, Castle of Skulls. Like,
right.
really
So
on
I'm
the nose.
guessing we should expect probably more skulls. Like that seems on brand.
Yes.
But otherwise, yeah.
Terror. Okay.
Alrighty. Yeah, a U-shaped corridor, Gwen. And with that, we're going to do a short intermission while I go chase the gremlins from the tubes. So we'll be right back, everybody. Thanks.
and I can hear you too. I figured we should go back to being on the call together for, convenience and speed. I think capturing audio. I think you're capturing audio.
Great. I'd like to panic again.
Okay.
Great. I'd like to panic again.
Okay. As you panic, Ariska, what are you doing during this hour?
I'm going to keep an eye on the hole. I know that there's an illusion, but I don't know. I have a pretty good sense of smell as a minor wolf lady, so I don't know how zombies can smell. So they could trail us through that hole, I'm afraid of. So I'm just kind of keeping eyes on that and keeping my ear open for what's going on behind me to make sure that nothing is going to ambush us.
Okay. All right. You do that. Or as you do that, Luke, after singing that song for your party mates, you start to receive a vision again. And it looks like you are in a familiar place. You're kind of on your way back home. Actually, let me know, what was Lou doing when Mordain, your wife, was still alive? Are you a bar at that time, or you were doing something else?
Basically. Yeah, I think that he was a an entertainer, community member, sort of a bit of a like rakish wanderer, but he always came home. That's sort of the idea I have. So we'd probably be on Moray, traveling back and forth between the Care and other surrounding villages, trying to pick up music gigs and also, just finding patrons, that sort of thing.
Okay. And you, in this vision on your way home, you hear someone humming inside your house. And whoever this person is, sounds very familiar to you. It's very soothing. It's a bit out of tune, but for you, this is perfect. You feel at ease. You feel peace. Your heart feels light and full at the same time. It's confusing, but that confusing feeling is what you want, what makes you happy. And as she hums, your wife, you go inside the door and you see her wearing a bit surprised because she looks a bit different. As she's by the fire, this large pot, she's cooking something, she's trying something new. And then she gets surprised as she sees you as, Luke, you're back early. Wait, and then she tries to fix her dress as she's wearing a local folk dress. And it's a bit tight. They don't have her size. And she's embarrassed about that. And she goes, I thought, I'll try to wear the clothes that they have here in Moray, but I don't look good in this, right? This is not for me. I should change back.
Is this a memory, or am I aware that there's something kind of like wrong or off about it?
Roll me insight or investigation.
So Luke will sort of like pause for a moment, really try to take in, and it's an 18.
Okay. With an 18, you feel that there's something wrong, but this is the only right thing that should be happening for you right now. Like, you shouldn't be experiencing this moment. You know that something has happened to your wife, but at the same time, this is what you want. And she's here right now, and she goes to you and says, you're not saying anything. It's bad, right? This dress is bad, right? All right, I'm gonna go change. Can you just watch over the...
When we got together, I told you that we'd only ever be honest with each other. This is not real. I know it's not real. But it doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean that we can't be here together.
I don't know what you're saying, Lou.
I'm not in this place right now. I'm in a castle full of skulls and childish games. But I'm seeing you. This is some kind of dream. I guess it's a good one. I don't care how your dress fits. I'm just looking at you.
She looks around, especially just by the window where she plays some new trinkets that she just purchased from the trinket. Similar to like a string of onions together. But did they look like skulls to you? I mean, is that
Go
bad?
over and touch it.
It feels like big round onions to you. And did you eat? Have you forgotten to eat? Is that what it is? I got, again, from the market, I got these like slices of boar fat. You like this, right?
Of course.
You boil it, right? And then
I'll kind of like
boiling
settle into
bacon.
the scene.
Yeah.
Like knowing that it's not real, I'll like settle into the scene and try to just make some, meal conversation.
And she goes and says, how's your day? And then she kind of serves you again. She's boiling bacon, basically. That's what she's doing, because that's the only thing. She thought that's the right way to do that. You've been asking for like boar meat, right, for a long time. So I got this from the market. Here we go. Just kind of plops it to you, this very sad, pale, slice of meat that's been boiled. And then
she's a warrior, not necessarily a foodie.
And then she adjusts her dress a little bit, but again, that she's a warrior, she's strong, and you know that if she wants to, she can probably conquer the whole island of Moray by herself. Well, that's probably an exaggeration, but she's very strong. But this is the life that she wants. This is the life that she's been looking for. An opportunity to exchange, simple life or share it with someone like you, and make silly mistakes like boiling bacon and potatoes, apparently. And she prepares this boiled bacon in front of you, and then places a cup in front of you as well, before pouring some ale. And there you see the mistake, as ale is being poured on a cup, and that cup looks like a chalice. You probably need this. All right, settle down. Let's do it. And then let me. Do you want some potatoes with that? We still have some. Let me boil. She goes back to the fire by the large pot, and then she starts humming again. What do you do?
I'll take a moment, realizing that last time when I took the cup, I left, and I'll just hesitate for a bit. Take it in, hold her by the shoulders, and just say, I'm going to see you soon. Take care.
Okay.
And then I'll reach down and take the cup.
When you take the cup, everything goes to black. But you can still hear the humming, and you hear something like and then it goes quieter and quieter, and then you're back. And as you go back to where you're supposed to be at in the Castle of Skulls, everyone make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oof.
16.
16.
9.
Okay. 16.
Also 16.
Consistent.
As you're able to get away from this vision, Lug, Riska, you've been watching the hole with the illusion on it, but you turn around and you see undead
In the room with us, or in
the room with you.
Oh.
You're the only one in this room. Everything you see is undead. And then Aryanwin, you see the same. Skulls. Everywhere skulls. And then these walking skeletons in front of you right now. And if you don't kill them, then they will kill you. And I need everyone to roll me initiative. As you see Riska and Aryanwin looking at you, Edwina, John, Luke, differently. So something is wrong.
Oh my god.
I don't like it.
I can't
like it.
fire, so I'm like the least of everybody's problem.
And Luke, since you have that, if you have that weapon, the rapier of warning, it's warning you of danger.
Okay.
I got a
It's
9.
24.
Right away. Okay, so 20 to 25.
24 for Luke.
24 for Luke. Okay. 15 to 20.
18.
18. Okay. For Edwina. And 10 to 15.
11.
12.
12. Okay. 12 for Aryan Win. 11 for John and Rishka. What did you get?
9. With advantage on initiative, I rolled a 2 and a 7, so I'm really making
Okay.
Beautiful. Beautiful. This is gonna go great.
Yes, I was about to say. So, Luke, you sense that something is wrong with how Riska and Aryan Win are behaving.
But I don't
Looking
see the
around.
Riska saw.
What's that? Sorry.
I don't see the undead that Riska saw.
No, the Riska, the one that you're seeing is undead. One of them is holding an axe, which is basically Luke's instrument that basically kind of put aside to start to whatever weapons you're
what
holding.
you would definitely see is something you're really used to, just pointed at you now, but it would be like I just immediately drop down into like this crouched offensive position and just start to wolf out and put my back against the wall since I'm anticipating being attacked by a horde of undead, just preparing to leap into action.
Yeah, you
Okay.
are the undead Luke, John, and Edwina from their eyes.
Is there any other danger other than what's happening with Riska?
You can make me a investigation check.
I don't want to spend an action on it, so that's
Yeah.
my recommendation.
Yeah.
If it requires an action, then I'll forgo it.
Yes, it requires an action since right now everything's
I'll-
in vain. Yeah.
Yes. So the danger that's on, it doesn't tell me where it is though. So I'm like looking around. I see Riska preparing to attack me. Seems like no other creatures in the room outside the party that I can see.
No other creatures. No, it's just you five here in this room. It's a 15 by 15 room, square room. One door, one tunnel. That's it.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on Riska.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
requires a Wisdom saving throw.
I like rule with those, so that's a 12.
Okay, that fails.
Yeah.
So you're paralyzed.
Awesome.
All right, so Riska just.
I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to make sure that we're all safe.
Okay. Are you done with your turn? Okay. And with that, Edwina, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, this seems bad. I don't really understand what's happening right now. And I don't have any thing but my fists. So, I guess what I'm gonna do is we can tell at least with clarity that it's both Arianwin and Riska that are turning
You
on
see
us.
Riska kind of preparing to attack before she gets frozen. Arianwin, what are you doing? When you how would you react if you see in this room all your party mates suddenly disappear and now you are trapped in this room full of, undead?
I can, since she hasn't gotten her action yet, I could imagine her suddenly eyes get large and she starts darting around like a dragonfly a little bit and like reaching into her component pouch or whatever, starting to do a somatic element of a spell.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to put any of that together. So I know that everybody's panicked and I can see that Riska looks mad. So I'm going to, I think, just seeing Luke cast this spell, I will probably position myself a little closer to Riska and just ready. I mean, I guess I'm just going to try to cold cock her if she breaks whatever is going on, this whatever spell she's under. So that would be my readied action. I'm going to try to position myself so that she can't get past me without me trying to stop her.
Okay. And at the end of your turn, it will be Arianwin. Now's your chance to do whatever you want to do.
So the first thing that I do, I look around and where did everyone go? I'm surrounded by undead. Now, to be clear, am I? How to put it? Am I absolutely just terrified and assume these are my enemies, or do I notice, hey, wait a minute, 6 seconds ago I was surrounded by friends, and now in the exact same locations there's undead standing there? Like, am I able to quickly put that together, or is that a bridge too far?
Great question. Roll me insight or investigation.
Okay, well, I rolled a 16 on the die, so insight is
This is
gonna
for
be,
what?
that insight would be 17, investigation would be 24.
Which skill would you choose to?
Well, I mean, I think she does think logically. She isn't particularly connected to her feelings. Those are weird.
Okay.
Messy.
So
So she's
you're,
like, how did did they get teleported? I didn't see anything like that. So she's thinking her way through it.
all right.
But
Yep. Yeah. So you're thinking through it. There is a the only thing that you can think of is there a lapse in memory? Something happened? Did you fall asleep for a moment? Then when you wake up, it's all undead, or there are a lot of secret doors in the castle of Skull. Did they go somewhere to get absorbed somewhere?
Okay.
There's one, but right now, what you see, they are dangerous people, and again, if you don't kill them, they will kill you. That's the feeling that you get inside.
So, very important question. It's a 15 by 15 room.
Yeah.
And how close is the nearest one? Ballpark. Like 10 feet? 5 feet?
Yep. Mm-hmm. There will be some that will at least be 5 feet from you.
Okay, so I
at
couldn't
least a
move
couple.
away without opportunity attack sort
Yes,
of
this is
thing.
50.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. See, the problem here is that I can't cast a fireball or hypnotic pattern in this tiny space without hitting myself. And I wouldn't want to do that. And I can't cast web. Like, literally every one of my combat spells are area. So it's like I could banish one of them. That's useless. I could. No, that's 20 foot. Black tentacles is 20 feet. Okay, so she's gonna say, well, and she then pulls her hand back out of the pouch, empty, and then she just looks past them. She knows that was an illusion that had been there before, so she can, I assume, see into the hallway, sees that there's, I assume again, nobody there, and so she will utter a sudden arcane word. Silvery mist surrounds her, and she misty steps 30 feet down the hallway to escape being surrounded in this super crowded area. And then she's going to move 30 feet further down the tunnel.
Further down the tunnel, you hear a large snap as this Tyrannosaurus zombie is just trying to figure out how to get inside this tunnel. Just putting the snout part of the T-Rex, that's what you call it. Just trying to go in there.
Okay. I don't like that option either. But at least this way I have rooms where I can throw a fireball next turn.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. And John, you see Arianwen just misty steps away back into the tunnel. Riska is paralyzed by Lou, a hold person spell.
And I could still see them both. Yes.
30 feet away. So yeah, you should still be able to see Arianwen. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is all really confusing. Why one of my besties just tried to jump us and stop. Why are you casting things at us? And I will cast hypnotic pattern on Arianwen.
Okay. Hypnotic pattern on casting a spell on you, Arianwen.
All right.
That probably won't work because it's still it's a 15 whiz. So
and the other good news is, because I'm seeing you as a skeleton, I don't think you're probably casting a spell on me. So I won't counterspell it. So I will just roll my save. I rolled a 4 plus whatever, not enough. Is this wisdom we said? Yeah, 5.
Yeah. I would just, I not really knowing innately what a fairy would like. dive into the first stereotype I can find in my bag of tricks and surround you with mushrooms.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not really into the cottagecore aesthetic, but okay. That'll work.
Okay. With this, Ariana, when you are now incapacitated, surrounded by mushroom by this zombie spellcaster.
Yeah, I'm like, what? There's a moment of confusion, and then I'm like, oh, pretty mushrooms.
Okay. And at this point, well, actually, let me check hold person if a save needs to be done per turn.
Yeah, end of each turn, I think.
Yeah, at the end of each turn. So yeah, Riska, make me a wisdom saving throw, please, so we can.
Nat 1.
Nat 1. So at this point, right now, Aryanwin and Riska are not doing anything to you three. What is the plan? What's going on? So I'll give you like a full turn, a full round, to figure out what you want to do.
Jean would like to start using his psionic mind to just try to project as many friendly images into them, try to remind them that, hey, snap out of it, we're not the threat.
Is he getting anything back from me at all, or
the usual blind rage?
Yeah, right. For now, what it would be is just I got to murder these undead and find my friends. Like that's the only thing that's in there is I have to destroy these things and get to my friends.
Yeah, and right now John is missing.
Actually, I don't get with the psionic mind. It's not detect thoughts. Psionic mind is a one-way street.
Okay. And that way you get like the dial tone.
All right, Edwina and Luke, what are you planning? What do you plan to do as this right now? Riska and Aryanwin cannot harm you at the moment because of the spells casted on them.
I'll like draw circles around my eyes and sing shoo 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 la run and cast see invisibility.
Okay.
If there's any invisible creature maybe around.
I can let you roll perception or investigation now since there's no combat happening in this round. So.
Okay. Yeah, so I see invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible, and I can see into the ethereal plane. My perception is a 20.
20. You see on the wall where the door is at, there's vibration there. And now that everything that Riska and Aryanwin are not doing anything, you listen to the vibration and you sense that it's a humming noise. It's coming towards you, and the humming noise sounds familiar.
Well, I'm not dreaming, but I think I can hear something coming from this doorway.
All right, and then you see, since you can see invisible objects, in one of those skulls, there is a crystal that is where the source of that humming or vibrating thing is coming from. And
smash that crystal.
Well, I feel like I'm like a wrestler, like right before you tackle each other, like just braced, waiting for whatever is happening to stop working. Do you want me here or there? I can only do one of those things.
I think she'll stay held for a moment. We should break the crystal. It's coming from that.
Is the crystal invisible? Oh wait, I have
the crystal
blind
is
sight
invisible
permanently within 10 feet. So if I just like move
if
in
you
that
get
direction,
close to that wall, yes, you will see that. You will see that
feeling
crystal.
around.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna punch it. I guess I'll try to crush it.
Yeah. So you need to punch the skull where the crystal is at. Actually, just roll damage because I don't think you're gonna miss.
Yes, right.
Smashing a wall.
You missed the wall.
Okay, so well, my unarmed strike does 5 damage just by itself.
Okay. Deal 5. You break the skull. Crystal breaks, and the humming stops. Riska and Aryanwin, I need you to make another wisdom saving throw, please.
15?
15?
Get advantage because I'm Professor Xing him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
15 and
I
Riska,
got
what did you get?
15.
All right.
Is that good enough?
And you look again, Aryanwin, and you don't see the undead anymore. You see Edwina just punching a wall. Lug and John like staring at you, and Riska, you see the same thing. And you feel like you're paralyzed at the moment.
I mean,
Aryanwin.
I don't know if I've dropped hypnotic pattern yet.
I'll drop hold person once it's clear that the thing has been destroyed.
Once I know that Riska is coming back, I'll drop hypnotic pattern.
Did I hurt anybody?
Not at all.
Fuck.
Ariane flies back in and is like, okay, first of all, Edwina, we need to talk about your anger management issues. Just punching walls is not the best way to deal with that.
That's what he told me to do.
And second of all,
saved us from a confrontation.
What's going on? There was undead here a minute ago. Was that like a thing that happened to me?
No, there was some illusion, some control on your mind being exerted by that gem.
Okay.
I'll pick up some of the crystals and like the shards and powder and hand it to Arianwen. It's useful. I mean, I know you do magic and this is what it was.
There are enchantments that can get into my head and present threats that aren't there. That's a thing.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but here's those broken pieces if you want that.
Yeah, and now now that the crystal has been destroyed, it is visible to everyone now. So.
Oh, it happened to Ariana too?
Mm.
That.
Mhm.
That's, I thought it was like an intelligence thing. I was really worried that I was the dumbest person here, and that's why it got me. It got her. She's the smartest person here, so.
Oh. How are they all still alive? Didn't you like tear them apart?
No, thankfully.
No? Oh.
No,
No.
just a simple word of paralysis.
Yeah, it turns out I'm really crappy at dealing with spells, so.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. And those mushrooms, sorry, that was me. If that's offensive to your fairy people, I'm really sorry. I had to come up with something real fast, and I apologize if that was too basic.
It's, you know what, we'll talk. We'll do like a sensitivity training at the next, when we get back to
You know,
town.
I could write an expose. We could really get the word out about fairy and fairy types. Really get some exposure for the Fae realm.
Yeah. Hashtag not all Fae. I think
Not all. Oh,
Not all.
excellent. Yes. Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
In a brief moment of clarity and connecting puzzle pieces, as is so rarely want to happen, Edwina will turn to Luke and say, "Wait, did you say you recognize that song it was singing?"
I did. Just moments before they turned on us, I had another moment of vision, something I was seeing like I was dreaming about home. And the humming seemed to come from that. So I don't know, whatever was prying into their minds, I think it was trying to get at all of us.
So it's not just the map that does that?
Right, you weren't
There's
touching
other
the
stuff that
scroll.
can do that to our brains?
Some otherworldly will maybe connected to the chalice.
What if that's the whole reason why we're here? What if it's not a sign that you're supposed to bring someone back? What if you're being tricked?
It's possible. I mean, I said early on, I don't know if we want to give the chalice the blood. But we felt some assurance, didn't we? That it was the right thing to do, that it would be good for the Moonshaes.
I listened to you guys. You seemed to really
Yeah,
be.
not really. I don't think I
Bored
cast
with
a
that spell.
vote, but
I mean, I was very doubtful about it until I had that first vision. It felt right. It felt
so
like a
what
good
was it a
thing.
vision about, like the Moonshae Isles getting better?
Well, it was a little more personal than that. It was someone important to me.
Oh.
I saw them, we spoke, and I was told that they could be brought back. You remember what Lina was saying about
sister.
bringing her sister back?
Our sister.
Like that.
Oh, your sister also? Do you have the same sister?
No.
You know, that's another unhelpful stereotype about folk. They're not all related, actually.
Well, you know, two mysterious missing people talking out of the same map. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to.
Frankly, if you go back far enough, we mostly are.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't have the blood of
Indeed.
kindred.
Okay.
But no, it's a long story, and it's one I've shared in some places about my love, Moradane. And she was killed by the attack of the slain on Caer Caladir. And since that time, I have sought to make myself better, to move on, and I don't know, this promise of the chalice seems to be pulling me back to her.
Well, there are incredibly powerful magics that can bring people back from the dead. Though the kinds I'm familiar with, they come back undead. So
there's a lot of that going
on. And Aryan, when Edwina kind of showed you these gems, like the broken pieces of the gem, and these gems look familiar to you, at least the pieces of it. You definitely have an idea what it is. I'll let you roll Arcana or History with advantage.
Oh, okay. So that's 19 on the first one and 16. So 20, ridiculous. 27.
27. You've seen this when you were working with Flamstert.
Okay.
This crystal is an amplifier, a magic amplifier of sorts. And you remember that before the island, or part of the island of Flamster blew up, before Flamster did all that, there was a disagreement in between the apprentices of Flamster, and the disagreement is that some of those don't make any sense. Some of again, these are supposedly like the smartest people, learning the magic, or at least what knowledge Flamster can impart to these apprentices, including you. But their arguments with one another, what they want to do versus how they want to do it, some of that does not make sense, and there was basically infighting between these apprentices, and kind of the same as what's happening with the party right now.
Oh, you mean like the apprentices kind of started attacking each other in a way that was inexplicable?
Yeah, and that is one possible explanation. That's or an assumption that you can make, safe assumption that you can make.
And is this like amplifying crystal thing? Is this like a signature Flamster-y thing? Or is this something that he just had to know about? Like, I'm just wondering, like, finding this crystal here, is this like Flamster has something to do with the Castle of Skulls?
You don't have the knowledge that Flamster has something to do with Castle of Skulls, but you know that Flamster was researching, or at least doing work on crystals like this. Amplifying magic is, of course, a very important topic for spellcasters. So Flamster in the Moonshae Isles, someone like Flamster will probably be the only one that has access to these. And the fact that it's here, is he somehow part of whatever this thing is, or
He's
where you're at right
the
now?
map, so wouldn't surprise me. Maybe when he was here, has he been here so long? Did he help the folk defend the islands from the Northlanders? I didn't know he was that old. I mean, he's old, but wow.
And your little Flamster on your shoulder, still silent.
Normally I'd be really thankful for that, but maybe now would be okay for a little info there, Flammy.
Flammy is just acting like a broken, image, just there, that's static, and then that's it. Nothing.
Fine. I will share this insight with the group. Saying, so yeah, Flamster might have been involved because that crystal is like a thing that he was doing, before the big boom went? Kind of magnifies magic?
So similar to the map, there's a connection.
I think so.
And with that, what do you all want to do? You have completed a short rest, so that's fine. You have discovered something in this room as well. But the only path here is going back to the zombie Tyrannosaurus Rex or
No,
going
thank you.
through this wooden
The
door.
other door. Other door's fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, John, you open the door?
Yeah, I'll go for it. Yeah.
Okay. And as you open that door,
I realize I should have checked it for any kind of traps and panic again.
that it's time for a break. You know?
Oh, that's much less damaging. Oh.
Yes, so let's go first for a break. Before we discover if John just activated a trap or whatever's on the other side. Yes, so
No,
here's
I
some
will be
announcements.
back after the break. It's been fun, everybody.
The one time he opens the door on his own, it's a blow.
Yeah, so we'll be back, hopefully with John. Here are some announcements. See ya.
Off the Sword Coast, beyond the Sea of Swords, lie the Moonshae Isles, home to magic and legacy. The Isles were recently threatened with destruction by a mysterious figure from the past, wielding the power of a vengeful god. Now, as her people rebuild and alliances are reforged, the Moonshae Isles play host to a new group of aspiring heroes.
Welcome back to Moonshae Island.
Off the Sword Coast, beyond the Sea of Swords, lie the Moonshae Isles, home to magic and legacy. The Isles were recently threatened with destruction by a mysterious figure from the past. wielding the
Oh,
power
this one you
of
would.
a vengeful god. Now, as her people rebuild and alliances are reforged, the Moonshae Isles play host to a new group of aspiring heroes.
Welcome back.
Off the Sword Coast, beyond the Sea of Swords, lie the Moonshae Isles, home to magic and legacy. The Isles were recently threatened with destruction by a mysterious figure from the past, wielding the power of a vengeful god. Now, as her people rebuild and alliances are reforged, the Moonshae Isles play host to a new group of aspiring heroes.
Welcome back to Moonshae Isles Castle of Skulls. I have seen some stuff during break, and I'm trying to maintain a poker face right now, but it's hard to do. Anyway, John, you opened the door, if I remember.
Yes.
Okay. As you open the door, I would like you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm really good at those.
Okay.
That's a 6.
As soon as you open the door, you get sucked into this passageway that is 70 feet long, and then as if like there's some sort of like gravity just all of a sudden shifts, and now you're being pulled from one end of this hallway to the other. And I need
practically grab for eye holes.
And
so the rest of us are just standing in this room and see John get sucked
They-
into a hallway.
exactly just disappears in the
Cool,
room that you're
okay.
at, and then and let me just roll some dice here.
No, like this.
You take 10. You take 12 bludgeoning damage as you hit the wall on the other end.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, as again the hallway kind of turns like hard right. Yes, hard right. And then I need you to make another strength saving throw as you are now being pulled
Yeah,
where you're at
that's a natural one.
What is happening?
to 50 feet to the other side that is 50 feet long of this part of the hallway. And you
John
take another
Pinball! Dragonborn
Six.
Pinball!
6 bludgeoning damage.
Ow! Okay. Temp HP's gone. We're getting into the real
Like
stuff
a
now.
hamster in a tube if you stuck a vacuum on one end of it.
Exactly. Yep. And then I need you to make a last strength saving
More
throw.
strength, sure. You don't.
Yes.
You're not sure. You don't want
Maybe this
dexterity.
is
No
it. Maybe
strength.
this is it.
No, that's a 5. These are
That's
also
a
really
5.
terrible.
And then going back basically from east to west, 70 feet long. Again, this hallway is kind of U-shaped. So get sucked into that area. But you don't. You take 7. No, that's 70 damage. Sorry. You take. Matt, 14 bludgeoning damage.
Great.
And now
Yeah, how many points
below
did I get?
you.
Did I hit the jackpot?
below you, which is 20 feet down,
Oh, I'm about to.
and
hit
you're
the
about
jackpot.
to fall as the one that's kind of sucking you towards this wall that you just hit. That force just kind of disappears, and now you're about to fall 20 feet down into a pit that is full of undead.
Oh.
And
You
we're
see
all
them just
seeing
try
it
to reach.
happening.
We're
Drag-
hundreds of feet away. He's gone.
Yeah, you saw him get sucked into the hallway, but then when he made like the right turn, he's gone from your vision. So
We could just hear,
unless you
like,
want to take a step in as well.
Oh, fudge.
No,
Yeah.
don't step. No, nobody,
No.
don't move too quick. Let's,
I need to
so-
go find John before he gets
Yeah.
murdered.
Arianwen's going.
So John, you're about to fall. So I'll give this time to you if you have anything that you can do.
As I'm about to fall, I will take a deep breath and bamf out my gem wings and keep myself flying above all of this sea of undead.
Okay. See, so the wings are permanent, I'm assuming?
The gem flight, they last for a minute.
For a minute. Okay. After 6 seconds, the wall that you just hit, the last wall that you just hit, kind of pulls you back in. You're just kind of stuck there again. Unless you want to make a strength saving throw. But basically, that's what's happening right now. And then 20 feet below you, it opens up to a pit full of undead.
So
Hundreds on top of one another, just trying to get towards this hole that you are on top of right now.
Okay, great. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay for now. And panic is still a bonus action, right? Okay. I'm gonna do
Yes.
that.
All right, so you have
panic
1
for a
minute.
while. Yeah.
Yeah, you have 1 minute on this. What are the others doing?
I'd like to strum a chord and cast Fly on Riska.
Okay.
I can make one of you fly if you really do. Just let me know. It's kind
No,
of
I'll
embarrassing though.
figure it out.
I can do it.
No. I like
Okay.
I'm going.
getting sucked into mysterious hallways.
Yeah, it's probably better that you not do if I not do the
I
fly
am-
thing. It's embarrassing, and I don't want to do that.
That's fair.
Only one way I can get you to fly, and that's to sprinkle you with pixie dust. There's only one way to get the pixie dust out of me.
All right.
Guess
So-
what?
I'm gonna
Alright.
start moving towards this doorway.
Sorry.
All right.
Blushing furiously.
I'm gonna rage because I
Okay.
very much think that John is in mortal danger, and I can't see him. And I can fly now, so that's a bonus. So
Okay.
I am gonna go zipping down this hall, try to find him.
Okay. Make me an athletics check, please. As you step out of this room, small room, and then into the hallway. And then...
I have advantage right now because I'm raging.
All right.
Oof, destroyed that. That's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24.
All right. You are being pulled towards the other end of the hall, which is 70 feet long. But you don't hit the wall. You can actually control your movement on this section. So, do you want to go to the other end, where it kind of turns?
I'm gonna follow the pool because I definitely know that John was just swept away. But
Yep.
I'm gonna yell behind me to Edwina and anybody coming. Whatever grabbed him is still pulling, so be really careful. It's strong.
Right. and then whatever's pulling on the other on the wall that you're at right now, or next to the wall that you're at right now, that force disappears, and then in this other hallway that kind of turns right 50 feet forward, make me another athletics check, please, as now it tries to pull you from where you're at, and then
Yeah,
down south
that
50
first
feet.
spin's a real bitch.
Easy.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Nat 20,
Yay!
and again, it's as if you can just walking casually on this U-shaped hallway, no problem. And then it turns again. I need you to make another save, please. One last.
That's another 24.
You can see John flying and then just bumping to this wall like poof, every 6 seconds or so. Just being pulled. And as you walk on this last section of the passageway, there's another opening, as mentioned by Arian Wen when she was checking the map on the scroll. And this one leads to another room. So at the end of this last section of the hall is a pit that leads, is a hole on the ground that leads to a pit full of undead. But like 20 feet before it is another passageway that leads to somewhere else, supposedly a prison, according to the map.
As I'm going, because I'm gonna fly up and grab him because he's like a helpless baby bird up there. Is there any suction coming from this adjacent hallway at all?
Yes. So the wall that is next to the last save that you did, yes. Every 6 seconds, John is kind of being pulled towards that.
I'll try it over here, but it is not working.
So, using Luke's awesome fly spell, I'm gonna fly up and grab him, and just start trying to pull him out of this.
Okay. Are you going towards the other passageway that leads to the prison, or are you going back to the room where everybody was at?
Am I taking him?
Yes.
I mean, I would suggest we go towards the prison. That feels...
Yeah. My plan is to take and get him toward the place where the prison's at.
Uh-huh.
And then, and you said there is suction coming from the prison area, or no?
No, there's none. From the prison area, there's none, yes.
So I could set him down and he'd be safe at the moment?
He'll be safe, yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm going to set him down. Are you good?
I no, but I maybe.
Okay, I'm going to go back and help the other ones because there's
Okay,
like
I'm
one or two that
gonna
might-
sit
yeah.
here and pretend like none of this ever happened.
Yeah, don't
All
open
right.
any doors or leave this hallway at all.
No. My days of the doors are over.
And I'm going to go back toward them to help them if they need it.
Okay. No need to make saves because, yeah, you succeeded on all three, so you could basically walk around no problem, outstrength whatever's pulling you here. And you go back to the small room where everybody was at, and what do you want to do?
Yeah, so there's a giant pit of zombies that it's sucking everybody toward. But we're the prison that, the prison area, no suction coming from that way. So that's why I've got John waiting, but we might want to hurry before something comes out to kill him.
So, is it suction, or is it just like feel like falling?
It feels like you're being pulled, like
Okay.
tugged.
So not just weird gravity. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's- Yeah,
Okay.
like grabbing and pulling.
Okay, that's different. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Do you
let's
want
be
me to
careful.
carry you? I don't want to overstep, but I can kind of give you one of these and clutch you.
Or maybe just hold my hand for a second so I don't get swept away once they
Okay,
step
that
out
sounds good.
there. Let's just
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Okay. So it's just Riska and Aryanwen that's going to pass through this hallway first?
I can stay with John, and then there's two of us down there, and you can ferry people back and forth if you want.
I mean, I can help. I'm not worried
Yeah.
about. Well, I say that, and I'm about to roll on that ones, but I think I feel confident about.
Yeah.
If it is
Okay.
a test of strength, I might be able to do this.
You can do
Okay,
it.
and
So I'll probably
Luke,
go last just to make sure. Like
What's
if
the plan,
Luke
Luke?
starts to get pulled, I could reach out and grab him.
Well, my intent, I think, is to stay in the room until there's another clear danger, and then once I get word back that it's safe, because I don't want to risk losing concentration on the fly spell.
Mm.
Strength is my worst quality.
So send Arianwin and Riska ahead.
Okay.
We'll wait, and then we'll go.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
All right. So Arianwin, roll me strength saving throw, please, with advantage since Riska is with you.
Yeah. I also can fly, so hopefully that helps.
Yeah.
A 5 and a 1. Yeah, no.
5 and
I
a
rolled a
1.
4 because I have a -1.
Okay. A 5 and a 4. Riska's holding you, but again, because your form is a bit smaller than Riska, you got separated from her and then get pulled as you're 40 feet into this hallway, so you only get pulled like 30 feet until you smack the wall on the other end.
And like flying in the opposite direction, I can't do that. I still get pulled.
You try, but yes, because of the strength, it's still gonna use your strength for that. So you take 8 bludgeoning damage from that.
Rude.
And as you see this, Riska, since this is your second time going to this part of the hall, roll me
perception
check with advantage.
22.
Wow. Okay, 22. When Aryan Wynn gets pulled towards the other end of the hallway, you saw one of the skulls starts to glow purple for a quick second, and then that's when Aryan Wynn just kind of got pulled from you and then hits the wall. And then after 6 seconds, nothing, no light from that skull, and then that's what you like. If you feel like after another 6 seconds, that thing will light up again.
Okay. Can I zip down there and grab her?
You can definitely do that. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna zip down and grab her, and I know this is humiliating, but I'm gonna clutch you to my chest.
That's
All right.
Dude, yeah, ouch. She's like touching the blood on her forehead where it bounced off the wall, and she's like, "Oh, all right."
Okay.
Careful with the wings, please. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a skull that keeps lighting out every 6 seconds, and that's probably what's doing this.
Have you considered punching it?
I did, but I wanted to get your opinion on it before I did.
That seemed to fix the last skull. Thanks
All right.
to Edwin.
So I'm gonna punch the glowing skull.
Okay, you punch it, or just roll damage, because again, just punching the wall.
It is.
It's how you will defeat the Castle of Skulls. Just punch the castle. 10 damage. You break the skull, and 6 seconds later, you don't get pulled towards this direction, this wall, this part of the wall. Nothing happens. It stopped. But since you're at this turn, on the other end, 50 feet down, that one still has a skull. And I can either make Arianwin roll strength saving throw with advantage, or Riska, you can roll a strength saving throw, just a normal roll because you have Arianwin with you.
I think I'll do it.
Who wants to do it? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll do it. It's my thing.
please.
Nat 19. So she's
19. Yep. So yeah, you can feel her being pulled, but again, your strength is enough to resist that for the both of you, and you can see that skull again at the other end of this section of the hallway light up.
I'm gonna do
purple.
a quick tag on that other skull just to eliminate any shenanigans that might happen to Luke or Edwina.
Okay, punch it, and then you get to the other end of no need to roll the damage, and then that last section of the hallway at the other end, 70 feet down, there is another skull, and then below it, there's no floor. It leads down to a pit full of undead. So,
should I shoot that maybe so you don't
go
have
for
that
it. Yeah.
fall in a hole?
Oh, this one you would need to roll, attack roll if you want to shoot it. Yeah.
I point my finger and I send a 21 to hit with a firebolt.
All right.
And damage if you need that. Ooh, oh my god. Okay, that's a 1. Damn it. 11 fire.
11 fire is more than enough, as that one just explodes and you don't feel any force pulling any of you to any direction.
Awesome.
Good job. I'm gonna fly her down to John.
Yeah. Yep, it was just John that's the victim of this.
John, yeah, no, John would just be there, just sipping on a healing potion, just watching
Yeah.
everything unfold.
And then when you let go of Ariane, she's like, "Oh, I see it now. What Edwina? Okay, I
Yeah.
get it."
Yeah, yeah, you get it now. Yeah,
yeah, and then Edwina and Luke, you don't sense
We don't know
anything,
what
any
the fuck's
danger.
going on.
Yeah, I'll yell down the hall to them if they can hear me, I imagine.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We took care of the magic skulls, so there's no more sucking.
Right. Good.
Uh,
I
like
don't know.
ahead
This
of
place
himself.
sucks pretty hard, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
Head in,
Okay.
I guess.
All right. Cautiously, Luke and Edwina, you walked out a U-shaped hall, and nothing happens, and you arrive now to a path that leads to the prison area. And when you get here, this is a chamber larger to the one where you fought the two young dragons. This area is pretty big, at least like 70 feet long on one end, and then probably like 40, 50 the other. And the ceiling here is high, at least like 30 feet high. And at the walls where the skulls would be at, there are like cages, multiple cages, different sizes. And there's one where, that could probably fit a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but like the bars have been like destroyed on one side, and that's gone.
I'm definitely away.
Well,
And there are other cages that have like creatures in them.
mm.
Some are even humanoids. And there are like on the other side where there are two pathways, one leading to the east, which is like a 5 feet wide hallway, and then to the south, this is a bigger path that is at least like 20 feet wide, where at least like large or huge creatures like a T-Rex can go. And
which one is the way? Where are we supposed to go according to the map to get to our chalice?
east on the smaller
Small path,
hallway.
okay.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Ariana, yeah. Like, okay, so map says that way. Guessing Big Ugly Dead thing went that way. Maybe that way for us. Anything interesting in those caves? Or they all look like undeady yuckies?
All of them seems to be undead. There are undead animals here. Like some of them have multiple heads. But there's one that's just kind of sitting on the ground, wearing rusted full plate armor, battered like emerald cape, and the helm that it's wearing kind of looks like or shaped to look like a head of a moorhound, and it's just in the corner there.
Ooh, welcome to that cape.
Yeah. And next to it is just a big axe that's just on the side, but it's still this creature, this person is still inside that cage, not doing anything. What do you do? And then there's also one kind of like another undead that is humming as well. And the hum that it makes is very similar to the one that you've heard.
Riska, first things first, that humming, I need you to hum to yourself super loudly, as loud as you possibly can, out loud, and then go kick it.
Okay. Y'all start loudly humming. And then going toward wherever he indicated to see what the situation is there.
All right. So you want to go? You want Riska to John? You want Riska to go to where that the humming person?
Plug in her ear. The instructions were plug in her ears, hum it as loudly as she can to herself to go and kick whatever this is humming squarely in the face.
Shouldn't one of the people who didn't get their brain taken over go kick the humming thing? I'm all.
No, you're used to it. You know what it feels like now when you get your brain taken over. So
Yeah,
you'll be able to tell us when it happens.
I just know that it's happening.
Just tell us when it's happening, and we'll deal with it from there.
I'll come with you. I'm coming with you. And
Okay.
I'll just draw my rapier. And
Okay.
That doesn't have to plug his ears or anything. He's fine.
I'll
So are you kicking the cage where that person is at, Riska, or?
Cage is locked.
let me as we approach, I want to see what does the figure look like.
All
Because
right.
This could really influence what Luke says.
It might have been really
What
bad
you
to kick it in the face.
see-
Do it anyway.
What you see here is let me get that. So you see a human, undead, obviously. So undead human with straggly auburn and gray hair,
Oh no.
wearing like a fur pelt over its hunchback. You can identify right away because of its big figure that this is a Northlander. It's an undead Northlander. It's humming. Do you want to listen to it?
I'll turn to Riska and say, I'm not sure what that is. I'm just gonna open the cage. Trust me.
Should I go at it immediately or wait? For
Just wait. Wait until I give you a signal. And then I will cast knock and open the cage. I don't know if it's locked. I assume it is.
Yep, it is locked, and you can, with knock, you can definitely open the cage, no problem. And as you open the cage, it doesn't walk out, or it stays there.
And I'll take one step
And then-
forward and Moradane.
You take one step forward. It looks up at you. This person is not your wife. It's a man.
Okay.
But as you look at it, it starts to sing. I'm not sure if I'm ready to sing this, but I will try to sing it.
Ooh.
Let's see. I have it. This Northlander, this undead Northlander, starts to sing in front of you, Luke, as it just stares at you, like gives you like a fierce look, and it goes, "Where the ice wind suns, our flesh are numb. We harvest none for the frost maiden comes." Do you want to continue to listen?
No. There's the signal. Kill.
coming at this thing horde.
All right. And what are you doing to this creature? It's just there. It's not
I
doing
got the
anything.
signal.
All right, you got it.
Yeah, so I am going to rage.
Okay.
And since I'm keeping my hands clasped pretty tightly over my ears, as John said that I should, I'm going to give it another drop kick. Get that back into the game.
Yes.
Roll with advantage because again, it's not wearing any. It's just wearing like a fur pelt on its back. Again, that's basically it. No armor, anything.
Ooh.
19. 24 to hit.
24. Okay, yeah, that hits. Yeah. Roll me the damage. Yeah, all the attacks and then damage go. If you can hit like a 13 or higher, that's auto hit. So no problem.
Hit. I'm really going to town on this guy. I hope this is the right thing to do.
It is. Feel no shame.
Okay, so that's 9, 9,
Okay.
and 6.
Okay. This creature is still alive. You kick it, you hit it, but it doesn't hit you back. It just stares at Lug. And then it continues to sing. You don't feel any curse or anything, no magic, nothing, but it just sings. As it looks at you, since you're the first person that entered Lug. And then it continues. The bitch queen rise offers a prize if we bring demise to the lands of the wise. Do you wish to continue listening?
I assume I recognize the reference to Umberly, the bitch queen.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if you have it, yeah, you do. Yeah. You definitely recognize that.
I'll say the Frost Maiden and the Bitch Queen, 2 members, I believe, of a trio of deities of destruction.
Okay. So if you're explaining that, this creature will continue to sing.
I just want to hear you sing.
And then the tune kind of changes as it moves its hands towards the wall and starts banging its hands on the wall. And it's raw. And it continues and says, kill them all, slash their throats, endure the pain or we're no more. God of war, we give our minds, give us the lands our children desire. And then you see its mouth starts frothing already. And then it bangs its head on the wall. And then raw. And then in the rhythm, it was just banging its hands on the wall. Raw. And then it continues that last part of that.
I'm just kind of looking at Luke like.
I'm not sure we're learning
Should I
much
keep
more here. It's
bashing?
mostly about death and destruction.
Yeah.
Is it maybe time to close the door back up?
It never came out, is that right?
It never came out. It's just there.
Huh.
And then after a few minutes, if you're not doing anything,
I'll just call out,
It's-
who are you?
it looks back at you, Luke, and its head kind of deformed, like its forehead deformed after hitting its head on the wall, and stares fiercely at you, and then goes and says, Mabek. And then it starts to hum again. Which you recognize because when your loved one, your wife, was still alive, and this is like a real memory, you've heard this before. This tune. She was doing this.
Oh, in real, like in my actual.
Yes, in your actual history, your wife, who was a Northlander, is humming this tune, especially when she's trying her best to, face the challenge of the unknown, like cooking.
I'll say, do you call on the power of Umberly here in this castle of skulls?
Mabek just looks at you again, and now you can start to see. You look at the figure, you look how it's its actions, and you can tell that he's based on your history with your wife, that this is a Northlander shaman you're looking at. And when you ask that question, it just repeats the song. And it just does that again and again. And then after completing the song, it goes back to humming.
Okay.
And then
I'll say finish it to Riska.
Yeah, I'll finish it.
Okay. And then simple enough.
Yeah.
Kill it. It just lands to the ground. No more hums. No more singing. It's eerily quiet now here in this prison area.
Well, that stupid song's gonna be stuck in my head like all day. So.
I believe there are those, especially in Norheim, who call on Umberlee or Oriel the Frost Maiden in times to ward off danger or to attack their enemies. These are deities of destruction and malice. If they've led us here to take that chalice, I start to worry I've been tricked.
Well, you might have been tricked, but if it wasn't you, it would have been someone else, and you're a smart enough guy to be able to overcome it, so maybe you'll be taking a weapon out of someone else's hands.
Maybe. I guess there's no path but to go forward and try and claim it, if we can.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are two paths
It
here.
doesn't work to save who you want it to save, and we've got something we can make sure no one else gets, right?
Mm-hmm. So there's a path to the east that supposedly, based on your map, will lead to the chalice, and then there's one path to the south that is wider, that can fit, larger, huge creatures as well.
Is there anything obvious that Luke could pick out, just sticking his nose into each doorway and doing a quick glance, or
Looking at here, there are some. What's this? If you're interested in like animal parts, like a fang, or decaying flesh of, or like a mane of some animals,
who isn't interested?
Yeah, you'll probably see it, or the skulls of like some of four-legged creatures. You'll see it here, or even humanoid skulls. There's tons of them here. So,
Are there any like canid teeth, like wolf teeth, big teeth like that?
There's one. You can definitely see like on one of the cages. There's like a warrior in looks like gladiator outfit that has like a necklace full of like wolf fangs, painted wolf fangs. But like on the other side where the T-Rex cage is at, there's another cage, and that one has a animated skeleton of what looks like an 8-foot, 9-foot tall wolf skeleton. And you see that fang is perfect for at least like a short sword, even a long sword if you really like use everything there.
Nice, but it's up and walking around still.
It's walking around still. Yeah, it's a giant like based on if you remember like the watchtower workers telling about sorts of big dogs. This is one of those big dogs, but it's like that.
Yeah, no, I was just looking for something easy to nab. I'm not gonna go fight a skeleton for its teeth. So.
Yeah, so that's what you have. So
awesome.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, aside from the creepy goth motif, is this prison giving off more of a science vibe or more of a museum vibe?
I'll let you roll an investigation check with advantage based on the information that you just told me right now.
Vibe.
No, that's a 2 and a 3. That's 7. God.
The vibe
can be either.
Passive investigation is 19.
No, as you're actively thinking, like, is this something that it's hard to tell because you don't have. Again, you just see like cages with animals, but it also has humanoids in them. So
I would take a closer look, but that has never turned out well.
Yeah. You get a closer look. You spend more time. You spend more time here to just check and try to figure out what this prison is for.
No progress. Let's just no.
I'll
This
do
vibe
it.
is really starting to get to me.
Okay.
With a 20 on perception, I'll take a deeper scan around.
All right. You look around, and you see on the wall where the larger pathway is at, like next to the pathway, like on the wall, there is like a list, like carved in stone, and it looks like it's in Orcish. There's something written, carved on this like stone on this wall. It's like a list, but it's in Orcish.
Does it look like an inventory?
Well,
Riska, could you take a look?
Yes, I will read it out loud to everyone.
okay, and it's a list of basically which animals will or creatures or prisoners animals / creatures, monsters / prisoners that will fight next in the arena of Circus Bazaar. And the one that's supposed to be next now on the list, like at the top of the list, is someone, a knight, named, where is that? There you go. Sir Lynette Oakheart, the Blade of the High King. That's the one at the top of the list. That's what you see. Do you tell that to everybody?
Yeah, I read the whole thing out loud, just so.
Does that sound familiar, that name?
No need to roll because this one is like an old name, and no legend, no nothing, no stories, no song about this name, nothing. But a dimension of the title of Blade of the High King, you look around, knowing that this is a knight, and the only knight that you see here in this area is that one person sitting on the ground and inside its cage, wearing rusted plate armor with an emerald tattered cape and that helm that kind of looks like a moorhound, shaped like a moorhound.
Cool.
With the axe on the side. That's it.
Do I want to blow an ability to do something? I mean, sure. I'm gonna do the detect magic ritual.
Okay.
But I can do it in an action because it's a new day, and that's one of my Order of the Scribe abilities. So, poof. I'm gonna glance around, be like, "What is interesting? Anything over there of value, or could be a useful item?"
The axe next to that knight seems to be magical in nature. The great axe that it has on its side.
So, Riska, I don't know if this is like your style, but that axe, like, I think that's got like, a little extra oomph on it. If you're interested.
Oomph. Yeah, I mean, I like killing things with my hands primarily, but I'm not above slashing them either.
I figured, you can't rage all the time.
No, actually, she can. She's very good at it. I've never not seen her mad.
Okay. Is that her secret? She's always mad? All right.
It's not so much a secret as it is like advertised on the marquee.
It's hard to describe. It's not really mad so much as it's just like incredibly ready to murder things. Like I'm not angry about it. I'm just ready to go.
Okay, right. I don't know what that's like, but okay. Thank you.
So what is the plan? So do you go ahead and go towards where the chalice is at, or do you go towards this person?
I'm open.
Steal its axe or whatever.
I'll be concentrating on that for 10 minutes.
The other weird zombie person was kind of talking to you, right, Lug? So maybe that weird zombie person can kind of talk too.
It's likely, I think.
Yeah. Does anyone want to talk to the weird zombie knight? That seems like
he's behind a cage, right?
You're a knight, right?
Yep,
Can't you talk about knight stuff?
I mean, talking isn't really my strong suit. I could give it a shot, but I think, there's a better face for this group. But I'm just gonna kind of roll my eyes sideways at Lug.
All right. I'll speak with him.
Just maybe ask nicely.
Need to. We can also just leave him there. He's been chilling there for a really long time anyway. So
if he's a true knight and has a true heart, he should be willing to help us, right?
Right, but when they come back from the dead, do they keep such things, or are they just
I didn't get to that part of the manual. I figured I wouldn't need to worry about it, so I don't know exactly. But
okay, well now we're here, and we definitely are worried about it.
All right. So Luke, what are you doing?
What was the name on the plaque?
On the plaque, it says, on the stone plaque, it says, I lost it.
Blade of the High King, Oakenheart.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Sir Lynette Oakhart. There you go.
I'll say, Sir Lynette Oakhart. Is that you? Can you hear me?
The knight stands up, takes a step forward in front of the steel bars, in front of you, Luke, and then bends the knee and says, I sense royal blood in you. I am here to serve, High King. And that's where we end this episode.
You are all related.
And yeah, episode 4, everyone. Is Luke the new High King of the folk of the Moonshae? Is he like a lost son of something? We'll find out next week, or not next week, next episode. So we'll see you then. Bye bye, everyone. See ya.
Thank you for joining us and watching Moonshae Isles Castle of Skulls. To find out more about the Moonshaes or play through the Rising Shadows storyline that precedes this adventure, please check out moonshaes.com. That's MOONSHAES.com. Thank you, and may the Earth Mother preserve and protect you.